Hey everybody, welcome back to Transsexual Sunday. This is Diana Salami, your hostess, and today I'm back inside with better lighting, makeup, hair, the whole 9 yards. So how y'all doing today? Well, you know the spiel. If you're not 18 years old, you need to click it out because we're not here to groom anybody. We're not telling anybody what they need to do. We're just telling the world what we did, what our lives were, what we had to do to be happy. There's always going to be naysayers out there. And I consider you people the bullies that I grew up in school with, the ones that tormented me. Those people don't torment me anymore because I don't pay attention to them, because I've lived my life. I know what I say that I did was fabulous for me. Whether you agreed with it or not, it don't matter. I lived it, I did it, it was great, and I would do it again if I had to. So, if the things I say offend you, you need to click it out because you know you have that ability. Because like I said, you have to be grown up to be in here, so you're grown up. I don't go into other pages wanting to jump on somebody and get a debate going. That's not my channel. It's not my place, and I don't care. I care about my life, my brothers and sisters' lives, the people I have lived with who have helped me through my life. Those are the people I care about. Those are the people that I want people to understand who we are and the difference in transsexuals and the common garden variety transgender that we're seeing run amok. So, it is what it is. Now, when people say, well, how do you actually feel about those transgender people? Now, if I could step back and look at what's going on through the eyes of who I feel I am, I feel that I'm a genetic female, even though I know I'm not. But if I could step back and look through those eyes, I would see that there are a lot of people out there that need to have a little more respect because they are trying to do the best they can to be happy. Whatever reason that they're doing it, that's not for me to judge. It's only when they go out causing trouble and try to have fights and arguments in fitting rooms and restrooms and all this kind of thing. That's where I don't like that. And even if I was born genetically correct, I would see it that way. I would not see that trans people of any form should be in sports, and like high-end sports like the Olympics and all that. Because you've got genetic born people who have worked their full lives for that. And I know. And even though, because of my hormone problem, I never had male muscles, I never felt like I was strong, I couldn't run and fight and I couldn't do all those things. But I know for a fact I can do more, I can pick up more, I have more strength than the average female that's my age group and my size. So I don't think it's fair for those people, and the majority of them haven't had any kind of surgery. They haven't even been transitioning but just a very little while, so that they could jump into that and steal that from women. No, I don't agree with that. I never agreed with that when it first came out. Now, the transitioning of children, I I was on that bandwagon for a little while because I knew how I felt as a child. I thought, oh boy, I could have done this as a child. Well, no. It takes time for your brain to mature, for your brain to actually understand what you're doing and the seriousness of it, and you needing to push forward like I did. Had that been granted as a child, I would have not developed that maturity. And then what if it had been wrong? We don't know until a child or a person gets to the age where they are actually feeling their adult self inside. So I don't agree with transitioning children, medicalizing children. I do believe that they should be talked to and discuss how they're feeling, and never made feel like how they feel is wrong. It's just the way it is, you know. That's how I feel about that. Well, after my last video, this person discovered my videos. Their name is Chilltarts. The first thing they come up on, and they said, somebody contact Blair White because I'm on my phone and I can't do it because I need to be on my laptop. Because this lady needs to be, interviewed with Blair White. Blah, blah, blah. I'll put you up what they wrote. I thought that was sweet. That's not me, because I kind of fall somewhere between the left and the right. Blair advocates not getting bottom surgery, that it's nothing but an open wound that will never heal. And she says all these negative things about it because she's non-up. But I, on the other hand, I never push anybody to get bottom surgery, except for those that it's right for. And if it is really right for them, they will be happy afterwards, because I was. But that's one of the things I have kind of, that I don't agree with Blair. So I don't think we'd really sit down and have a conversation, because I get emotional. I don't debate very well, because I'm Asperger's. I'll just have a fit, cuss you out, and block you. You'll be out of my life. Because I can tell you, I've lived my life great and very successfully and happily by blocking people out of my life that fucked with me. To understand that. So here's what she put up. So after I got that, I went over to her channel to see, because most of them, they don't have anything on their channel. You don't know who they are, nothing about them. But she says, I'm a retired Army mom of 2 with an amazing husband that I don't deserve. That spoke to me, and just those little bit there, that this was an amazing person. She served the country, she was a loving mother, and she was a loving wife who adored her husband. So she was on my side right there. I mean, I just agree with everything she stands for. So then she come back and started asking me a group of questions. So today I'm going to elaborate on just one of those questions, and I'll do the rest of them in the future. Well, it was always considered gender identity disorder I never thought that much about it. As I was growing up and I learned about disorders, that's with a mental disorder, it was something had to have happened in a person's life that would cause them to become unhinged with reality. That's what I consider a disorder. But I may be wrong because I don't know anything about medicine, psychiatric medicine especially. But with my own personal case, because I was born with the DES intersex, which means my mother was taking dexamethasone to ward off a miscarriage, and I came very feminized to the point that my body tried to become a female to the best of its ability. So things down there weren't right. And then as I got older, I started developing breasts. I never grew facial hair, all this kind of stuff. But my first thoughts that I was a girl. And then when I realized that I had a penis, somewhere in my little Asperger's brain said, everybody has a penis. If I have one, my mama's got to have one too. And when I realized she didn't, I was brokenhearted because I knew I was fucked up. Because I just naturally fit in with what you would think of as being a girl. And not just playing with dolls. All those sissy boys play with dolls and stuff, but usually those sissy boys are, they're dressing them up, they're, doing crazy shit with them. But a transsexual child, she loves it. It's her baby. It's her baby. Not just something to play with and throw around and do all this stuff that a little gay child would normally do. It's just, dressing it up, just playing house. But that transsexual child wants to be a mommy. It's just a natural instinct to a transsexual boy who feels like he's a girl. Yeah. And when they dress up just like any other little girl. Would go get in her mama's closet and come out in hats. Back in those days, they wore hats. I was a child of the late 50s. And high heels, those ankle strap shoes. And dresses and things. My little girl cousins, they'd be up in their closets doing that was too. And I had a lot of pictures made of me that thought I was so cute. I looked just like a girl with that big old floppy head. And my parents, my father especially, told me on a lot of occasions that boys don't do this and boys don't do that. And so, as I got school age, it became real important. That's when I started getting a crew cut haircut to show that I was a boy. I hated that. And they took my dolls away from me. It's all things they tried to make me into a boy, so they tried. But I still felt that I was, I played with the girls. I played with the girls in school. I didn't get out and play with the rough boy stuff. And I still got friends from the first grade, boy and girl friends. They could tell you exactly how I was. And I've been invited to my school reunion next year. And I think I'm gonna go. So, I guess that's... I had no idea how I could have done any different. I wanted to do different. I tried in my teens to comply and be what my family wanted me to be. Because I knew any other way with me, I was going to have to basically leave home and start a life away from my family. And I didn't want to do that. So I tried my 10 years. Yeah, I had a girlfriend. I tried, but when it come down to thinking if I could actually have sexual relations, even if physically I could have, because I was messed up down there, I had no desire. And I tried to make myself have desire, but I couldn't. So you tell me what that is. Is that a disorder? Why would a child develop a disorder like that for no reason? I feel it's a birth defect. I feel like there's something that goes on during the development of the fetus that causes the brain to develop in a way that just fits in more with that gender. You'll never be that gender, but you already psychologically feel comfortable in that gender around people that will let you be in that gender without making you feel bad. Because it's weird. You know it's weird. But taking care of that, I didn't have to live a weird life. No. I could go out and live a real life and be admired and people be impressed by things I did, not by who I was, you know. I know when I went to work in Belk department store after I had recently gotten married. And I wanted to be in the cosmetic department because I had modeled some and I had done makeup and I could do all that kind of stuff. So I had my makeup all pretty, just as perfect as I could when I went in for my interview. But they did not have any openings in the cosmetic department. So they put me in bridal stationery, which is directly across from cosmetics. I had to take orders for all kinds of invitations and things, and I had to print wedding napkins with people's names on them. I was there about a month, and I got word I needed to go upstairs and talk to the personnel director. So, shit. I've been pegged. Somebody spilled the beans on me. And of course, this stuff goes through your mind, no matter how passable you are, no matter how, you know, you've covered up everything. There's still somebody out there that, if they want to, can put a clog in things. Well, I got up there, and she had commented to me that the day of my interview, how beautiful my makeup was. So now I was thinking, oh, she's just kind of thinking, oh, my makeup is a little too perfect. She said, Diana, she says, I noticed your makeup when the day of your interview, and I noticed how beautiful. She said, I have an opening over in the cosmetic department. Would you be interested? Well, hell yeah, I did. It's what I dreamed of. At 21 years old, you know, that was just a big dream of mine, working somewhere where I could be pretty and do people's makeup and all that. That just, at that point, was something I wanted to do. And I was doing it. And once in a while, the trans girls would come through. And did you know those girls? They never come to my counter. They would walk by far enough away that I could still see them, we could see each other. We nodded our heads, and they kept going. They had enough respect for me not to try to ruin things for me. So those trans girls were fabulous. They don't make them like that anymore. We looked out for one another. Now to say that if we looked spooky, that we didn't tell each other. I say, girl, you look awful. You should not wear that. That hair or that hair color or that style of clothes is awful on you. We told each other the truth because we were having to really pass. And today's you just read all these messages. Oh, girl, you're so beautiful. They're trying to build up their confidence, and they look like burly men. What are you doing for those people? In the long run, what are you doing for them? Absolutely nothing. Gonna cause them to go out and probably get knocked in the head. We tried to keep each other alive, so we told the truth, and we all turned out fantastic. Y'all need some of that old school. You sure do. You need gatekeepers. You need somebody making sure what you need to do. Oh, you got this one. Oh, we know. We can diagnose ourselves. The other side, oh yeah, we knew, and then we did it, and then we transitioned back, and we're detransitioning now. We fucked up. But you knew everything. You had all the answers. Yeah, I did over here. I knew all the fucking answers. None of you know shit. Y'all need to sit down. Y'all ain't got no sense. So, there you have it. Chilltarts, I love you, girl. I'll do some more questions another time. Let's kind of make it fun.